Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to The Lundy Show. This is a very special edition of The Lundy Show, and I hope that you friends of mine that live in Minneapolis see this and you see it Ricky Tick. This morning at about 9:30 my time, 10:30 your time, there in the good old state of Minnesota, Mark Freeman, the Hennepin County Attorney, released after reading off of a laundry list of evidence that had been collected and things in the Jamar Jackson or Jamar Clark case. Just as I suspected, and probably most of you that are following the case with a brain have suspected, no charges are going to be brought. These officers were cleared of charges months ago and returned to the job. So, there is evidence that the guy was never handcuffed. The handcuffs are laying a couple feet away from him on the ground to his right, is what the most consistent thing is stating. There's no evidence of handcuffing on his wrists, or anything of that nature. Mr. Clark's DNA was found on the officer's duty weapon, also along his utility belt, on the spray and the mace. I also found out for the first time today that the duty belt had been grabbed and moved, spun around, so that Officer Ringenberg's weapon was behind him. And as we found out today, he was on top of Clark. Clark was trying to pull his weapon out. This other officer, Officer Schwartzky, shot and killed the man. Good on you guys for doing your job. I'm glad you cleared charges because I didn't think there needed to be any brought about anyways. Now on to the more pressing matter of, once again, Black Lives Matter. Do you really give a shit about justice, or do you just care about spreading more hate and violence? Clearly, all the evidence and everything that transpired prior to the police showing up there and having a confrontation with Mr. Clark shows that he's a piece of shit. He's a low-life, scum-sucking, gutter trash piece of shit. I don't care what color your skin is. You beat the shit out of your old lady, you're a piece of shit. Where's the outrage for the woman? None. How about the EMTs that he kicked the shit out of trying to render aid? None. And of course, I figured you pieces of trash would show no love to the cops that are doing their job. Not all my friends and people in Minneapolis that may or may not watch this. I'd stay out of Minneapolis tonight. Actually, the rest of the day. If you don't want to be involved in that, pack your stuff and go home. And I'd probably exercise your Second Amendment right. Because you might need it. Minneapolis is probably going to feel what Ferguson did. And the good people of Minneapolis are going to understand what it's like not to have police. Because they're going to be busy dealing with idiots, undereducated morons that are trying to spread hate and fear. The message is clear from Black Lives Matter, people. They don't care about justice. They don't care about the truth. They don't care about facts. They care about continuing their message of hatred, violence, and ignorance towards anybody that is not black. If I got my ass kicked unjustly by a police officer anywhere, nobody's coming to my aid. But if I was black, I guarantee there'd be a Black Lives Matter protest, regardless if I deserve to get my ass kicked or not. And there'd be justice for Lundy, justice for Lundy. Only if I was black, my nickname would probably be, let's face it, I've said it before, and Hammer King said it, my nickname would probably be Dip Dizzy Whizzle. Because I'm a dipshit. But in reality, all the cussing and swearing and stupidity that I've kind of, not really stupidity, but everything I said aside here, my thoughts and prayers are with all you people in Minneapolis in the upcoming hours and probably the upcoming days. That the good people in Minneapolis make it out okay, and the bad people in Minneapolis get served justice. Let's see if Chief Hartnell or whatever her name is stands to her word, and won't put up with any of that kind of thing. So again, my heartfelt thoughts and prayers are out with you guys today. Like I said, you guys are probably going to find out what it's like not to have police response in your city today, because they're busy dealing with ignorance. So do what you do. Exercise your Second Amendment right within the laws of Minnesota. Love you guys and be safe. I'm not looking forward to the backlash from this, but the right decision was made. God bless.